my friend. First things first, we have the social media superstar of the week. And it goes to your boy Otis. Again, goodbye, Otis, and the Chad Gable storyline. That's fucking gone. A lot of work that did, building us up to that great pop for Otis, and he pushes him over, and then he's gone now. There goes that storyline. Great job, Triple H. But social superstar of the week goes to him. What do you got for there?
Well, I mean, he's still I won't retort. He's still a little bit involved in backstage conversation with Chad Gable, but yeah, you're right. They dropped the ball in that storyline. But the social superstar for Otis is because he's shirtless with Creed. I don't know remember what song. It was either Higher or My Arms Wide Open. Great Scott Stapp enthusiast. Apparently Otis with Creed in his chest just swaying. One of my favorite posts of the year. I've watched it like 10 times because he's so ridiculously, his body is ridiculous. It's just hilarious to watch. A very great post by Otis. Wish they did more with you on television, but you're killing it on social media.
See, Bob, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. It didn't do anything for me.
Wrong.
And I don't know whether I'm overexposed to Creed. Like, again, I'm a fan of Creed. Not trying to bash Creed in the year 2024. I'm just saying.
I mean, they suck, but I've seen them live like 5 times. But
if there's a more overplayed band in 2024, I'd love to hear them. Like, there's only so many times you can go back to the well with a Nickelback joke before it starts becoming a joke.
Wrong.
And just becomes lame. And then Otis, again, we're just fat guy in a little coat. Seen that 1,000 times before, too. So, again, it didn't do nothing for me, but I understand why he's winning Social Superstar of the Week. Probably the first time we've disagreed on Social Superstar of the Week. But let's now go. Let's go to the Jobber of the Week. And, again, what did we say last week, Bob, with the Jobber of the Week? What do we need out of our jobbers is a gimmick, a shtick. Okay, yeah. GPA, grade point average, gave us that great turnaround thumbs up, followed closely by Mr. Ben Bishop himself, the mountain of a man, who gave another thumbs up. Good. Again, all we need out of a jobber, if you're going to lose in 90 seconds, is do something fun and make fun of yourself during it, right? Got to give it off to Ben Bishop here. Mankind Smart of the Week. Oh my God. Darby Allin came down from the rafters to end Dynamite 250. I don't know if this makes me not a wrestling fan. I don't need to see anyone ever come down from the rafters ever again. I know I know it's safe. I know Broadway performers and like theater performers do it all the time now, and arenas all over the world. And I understand what happened to Owen Hart is the complete rarity. Every time I see it happen in a wrestling thing, that's all I think about, and it takes me out of the moment altogether. However, if you're going to keep doing it with Darby Allin, Tony Khan, can I offer you one suggestion? The reason why it worked so well with Sting is because he had the duster covering the vest, hoisting him up. When Darby Allin came down in just the vest, it looks like he was a kid going down into the swimming pool, and like his shirt was up around his neck. It looked awful. Bob, what do you think?
He also descended and was facing the opposite way of his opponents. He was looking at his teammates, and they had to turn him around. It was stupid. And at least he wasn't upside down. At least he wasn't upside down this time. I'll give him that. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. At least he wasn't upside down and nobody got hurt.
Just put him in a duster jacket. Make him look more intimidating. It'll get him out of that pink furry shit. Bob, the promo of the week goes to your boy Eric Rowan.
Yeah, I'll just a quick excuse basically to talk about the Wyatt 6. They had a promo on basically they confronted Chad Gable on Raw too, and the Creed brothers are now with Chad Gable. Bo Dallas laughing. He looks so much like Bray Wyatt. It's crazy.
He does.
He really does. But the promo of the week goes to Eric Rowan. It was just one of the VHS tapes delivered to Pat McAfee was a promo by Eric Rowan this past Monday night. And he just said, his whole family was gone with Brody Lee and Bray Wyatt passing away. And it's just a line that it really resonated with me. He's like, who's going to remember me? I'm just Rowan, which is just a really like a legit line because he is just a character guy. He's not a big star. He never will be. And it was just a real line that I loved. And I think they're doing a great job with the Wyatt 6 so far.
Yeah, I agree with you. With 2 more gimmicks, the dummy of the week, which is a new gimmick that Bob wanted to debut.
We've done this before. It's the Eli Drake LA Knight dummy of the week. It's the dummy. We have an intro ready. Play it now.
Dummy. Yeah. Dummy.
Oh, it's you. You got it.
Oh, yeah. The dummy. Well, this is just one of my favorite. This whole thing, because when Ric Flair was signed by AEW, after the backlash, Tony Khan made sure to say that Woo Energy was paying him. It was like this ridiculous bickering, like trying to just, we didn't sign Ric Flair. He's just here. They're paying us. And then after Ric Flair is released or his contract expires, he says that he pitched at AEW Revolution, Sting's last match after the bell, that he would attack Sting after the match and get put in the Scorpion Death Drop, and then he never heard from the company again. So what an awful partnership. And what a ridiculous. Can you imagine after that match, like if Sting's celebrating with the confetti and fucking 80-year-old Ric Flair attacks from behind? That would have been the worst thing ever. He was like immobile during that match. You remember that still image of him lying under the rope? He looked like he was dead. Like, that's just, what an awful signing partnership to begin with. He no place in AEW. He's a WWE legend. Just have him go, like, have him retire and show up there once in a while. It was so out of place, made no sense. And yeah, just dummy of the week goes to Tony, Rick, everyone involved, Woo Energy, Woo Wings, everybody involved in Ric Flair's business life. Dummy of the week.
I do think Ric Flair, the way they booked him in the Sting retirement match, I enjoyed. I did enjoy that part of it. I'm happy.
I did too.
I'm happy he's gone, and I'm never to be seen from again in that company. Speaking of, Hulk Hogan's at the RNC convention later on this afternoon. It's just old wrestlers, man. They don't stop. Last gimmick of the week. It's a new one. And what I thought was going to be the second new one of the week. Apparently, we've had Dummy of the Week before, but it's the Shivani Schlub. The Shivani Screw-Up of the week. Shivani Schlub works too. Mariah May came out in Tony Storm attire, black and white footage, had the full entrance, and then it wasn't Tony Storm, obviously, and Mariah May gave what was a not so great of a promo, explaining everything that happened. But right before it, as she's out there, the audience is somewhat booing her because they kind of don't know if it's Tony Storm or not. And then she brings up the microphone to talk, and then doesn't talk, pulls it away, and play the clip, man. Tony Schiavone just said this live on TBS.
Oh, speak, bitch! Come on now. Oh my God,
Tony. I got something to say. You've done this before, my friend. You've done this before with Britt Baker, and I'm sure she gave you the okay, but you called her a bitch a lot of times on Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, and other live television. I don't want to be that, woke media, cancel culture guy. Can we just cut out the bitch? Like, can we don't, there are so many other words you can say to display your anger towards a heel wrestler. Don't need to be calling a woman a bitch. I'm just, am I wrong on that, Bob? I don't think we need to cancel Tony or fire Tony. I'm just saying, can we not call her a bitch? Can we not call a woman a bitch? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean, just in general, I don't like AEW commentary at all. But Tony Schiavone, like I used to love, but he just feels like he's been phoning it in a while to me. And then that comment was just, I laughed in the moment, but I saw the outrage and I see everybody's point. Huh?
It's a hard beat.
Yeah, it was just, speak, bitch. It was so out of left field. Just like, what the hell is this guy's problem? But yeah, it's just felt like Tony just not up to date on what's acceptable at the moment. Just needs a little refresher, a little sit down with somebody backstage. Be like, hey, let's not call our talent bitches on live air. Let's not do that.
It's also like,
what did Jim Ross used to call them? Like Jezebel? Like he used to come up with stupid words, like say something like that. That damn Jezebel. That's what Jim Ross used to yell. It was hilarious.
I take Jim Ross saying "Welcome to AEW Raw" over this, man. Jesus Christ. The funniest part about it, and by funny, it's not very funny, but if you look at all of the commentators, like in wrestling today, Tony Schiavone's like the nerdiest looking one. Like he is the most looks like the absolute beta male that you could possibly do. And for him to be the one to come out with, again, the hard beat, like we hit it as hard as you could. And it was shocking. Even Taz under his breath is like unprofessional. It
was unprofessional, but he's done it before. But yeah, he went too far this time.
He's done it before. That's the thing I'm saying. Just stop. Just eliminate it from the vocabulary.
A different word. Just any other word that isn't offensive.
Anything at all. Anything at all. We'll send you some suggestions via email, maybe for your show. But that is it for the ridiculously lame wrestling show. It's not it. How can I forget headlines? We're going to end with headlines really quick, Bob. This is when we tell you what's going to happen, what the world of wrestling will be talking about at this point next week. Bob, you do WWE.
Yeah, I got the whole article again, and not just the headline. I'll try to shorten it. We're coming to the end of Logan Paul's U.S. title reign. I hope 2 title defenses in 257 days. He's going to be defending against LA Knight at SummerSlam. I want LA Knight to win his first title on the main roster in the company. Actually, he's never won a title in the company. I want LA Knight to defeat Logan Paul in his hometown. So whatever the headline out of that is, get the damn U.S. title off Logan Paul. That's my headline.
My headline is, and this is stupid. I hope this doesn't happen. But my headline is, with Chris Jericho and Suzuki's match, the Learning Tree. I think we have a new addition to the Learning Tree, and it's the biggest branch of all. It's the return of Jinder Mahal into AEW. His 90 days are up.
Oh, God.
And we could see if anyone's going to bring him in, it would be Chris Jericho waving his thinking he was funnier than he is. But that is it for the ridiculously lame wrestling show. My name is Tony Squares. That's Mr. Robert Lentini. And as always, it's time for This Week in Ryback.